And we are now live. Hello, everyone. How y'all all doing today?
Good.
About half of us are muted. Yes.
I'm not muted, am I?
Doing good?
No, I'm not muted.
No. You're good. But like, three of us had like the pink speech bubble icon on us, so it's like.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I don't mind that. I mean, Zizva mutes so that we don't have a really bad double echo.
Right.
And I'm assuming Meryl is having breakfast and talking to people. But so a couple quick announcements. Well, before we get started, I'd like to thank Sirenscape for again providing music for us on our background. I've talked to the support staff and figured out a way to get it so our players can also hear it too. So hopefully next week they'll be able to actually hear the great music that I got playing in the background here. It's super creepy and whispery. Our second video is up on YouTube. If you miss our broadcasts, they only stay up for about 2 weeks or so, I think, on Twitch before they're automatically dropped. So if you want to catch up an episode and you're not seeing it on our Twitch stream, check our YouTube stream. I will put a link at the bottom of our Twitch page in a day or two once I get something straightened out. I'm trying to figure out how to make it so it's YouTube / the bonus roll as opposed to YouTube / A capital G lowercase B C D T T Q X Y. So give that a couple days and hopefully we can start getting a more streamlined link up. Did you guys have anything I wanted to cover?
No, do you want to do a recap of where we're at?
That's the plan. All right, just want to.
Hi, I'm the mage. I'm playing Griggum. Let's give everyone reminders.
Actually, yeah. Why don't we go ahead and have everyone introduce your characters again, just for new watchers?
All right. So yeah, I'm the mage. I play Griggum, the goblin monk from the Selesnya Conclave archive. The Conclave.
I'm Merle. I'm playing Rail Corvino, the excellently dressed cleric from the Semi-Combine.
Hi, I'm Tuck789, and I'm going to be playing Fairdeer the Ranger from the Cinnamon Combine.
And I'm Ziziva. I'm playing Ingrid, who is a warlock, and she's with the Golgari Guild.
You're mute.
That would explain why I'm not seeing my microphone reacting. Okay, thank you very much. It's like, why is this showing zero sound flow? It's like...
Speaking of which, give me 1 second. I just realized I left a fan going.
No, we need all the fans we can get.
I certainly didn't just turn off an AC.
I was about to say, just somewhere in the background, some guy going, woo! Yeah, turn them off. It was like...
Alright, so while we're waiting for Tux to get back, y'all been in Coin Keep for a couple days, at least 2 days now that you have memory back and you have another blank spot. Y'all fought through several different encounters, crossed over different hazards, such as a room that had a lava flow in it. And last time y'all came through, y'all discovered a secret chamber behind a trap. Well, not a trap, a puzzle. Found a good bit of treasure back there. Took a nap. Lost the memories of the 24 hours previous to that. Woke up. Went down a long set of stairs into this creepy room full of severed hands hanging off of ropes. Managed to get very lucky on y'all's will saves to avoid the trick in there that would have had y'all having a less than pleasant time with those hands. Went into the next room with a mural. Had a interesting conversation with a voice in each of your mind. The dog, for some reason, kept getting a lot of that conversation. Don't add a random element to stuff like that unless you absolutely have to, is the lesson to take away from there. Unless, you want your big bad to spend, like, 4 actions communicating with a dog that can't talk with anyone else. Exploring up a hallway, then y'all came into another room. Stealthed inside, checked around, saw nothing, turned around, and immediately woke up the sleeping creature within. And I believe that is where we were going to pick up. I'm going to go ahead and transition the screen for y'all. And then we can get an initiative rolled.
But yeah, that was me.
I hate creatures that are up on the fucking ceiling. It's like,
All right.
welcome to the room of death. You walk in, the floor and ceiling start fighting each other. It's like,
To look up.
it's like,
The creature
so
drops.
as you start, sorry.
Go ahead. No. I'm honestly more interested in what you have to say. I know what I'm going to say.
I was just going to say, welcome to the room of death. You walk in, the floor and ceiling start fighting over you. It's like, and then you try to avoid. As they're preoccupied with each other, you cling to the wall to try and scoot on past, but you get eaten by wall slime. Have a nice day.
We've already fought a carpet.
Well,
Y'all fought a meat
welcome
carpet.
to the Room of Death, where apparently we're fighting what looks like, judging by the token, Grigum's mother-in-law.
Oh, don't be mean.
No, it's
Besides-
true.
Years.
It's like,
Besides, this
it
thing
is
is...
very true.
Yeah, I noticed the similarity when I was adding the token. So, this
You're not far off.
this creature the size of a Great Dane drops down from the ceiling. 4 tentacle-like tongues unfurling from its jagged toothed mouth. Its skull sockets lacking any eyes, glaring with it's hard to glare without eyes, but I mean, yeah. As it heads, turns, and looks around and then orients on Grigum. Its body looks something like, think about a griffin, only instead of a lion, a very large dog with very bad mange, and instead of an eagle, a very ugly bat.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
okay.
I am startled by this.
Yeah, it got the drop
And
on
I
you.
immediately stick my quarterstaff into one of its eye sockets and try to lock it in there.
See, here's the thing. It got a surprise on you. It was about to make an attack. Go ahead and we'll do a dexterity roll off to see who gets to act first.
That's nice.
Hey, first roll of the game. And then after this, we will do initiative.
Okay.
Oh, that's a neat shirt. What is that?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. It's a witch.
It's just one of those.
I thought I saw tentacles or something. I was like, what is this?
It looks like a carnival. And there's this guy in I guess, a fedora, trilby. One of the two. No, it looks wider, so it's probably a fedora.
Okay. Almost Rakdos. Okay. So, let's see here. Ooh, 19.
No. It's like even with +4, it's like.
Does anybody else notice, like, for the first half
That's
of the game,
11.
we can't roll above a 10, and then for the second half of the game, we can't roll below a 10?
Let's see which one it is. So, Grigum, as it drops down, you're like, oh! You start seeing its mouth opens and its jaw distends, like, far longer than it should, as it unleashes this, like, horrendous screech. And let's see here, 5, 10, 15, yeah. Every single one of y'all within range, so I'm going to need you all to make a wisdom saving throw as it unleashes a frightening screech.
Including K?
Every
single one of you.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
I'm good at those. No, wait, no, I'm not. I'm a monk in 5e. But goddamn if I didn't ace it, like 18.
19 for me and 15 for Watcher.
Well, clerics are good on wisdom checks, right? Except for me, because I got an 8. Well,
Probably should take a moment to say those again.
sorry, yeah, we were talking over each other. Rail got an 8.
Fair, dear, what'd you roll?
15.
15? Okay, so everyone except for Rail makes a check. Rail, you are now frightened for the next minute.
And K, he got a 3.
Oh, K2.
No, not K. He's a good dog.
He is a good dog.
Which is perfect because now you can comfort each other, Shaggy.
Okay, so you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turn. Standard fear effects apply. You can't move closer to it. Attacks against it from you have at disadvantage. Alright, let's go ahead and roll initiative. Oh. Yeesh. So that's
Is that a good yeesh?
That's a 21 on him.
Watcher got a 19 and I got an 11.
Okay, let me ask for the range stuff so I can write it down and not miss it. Okay, so anyone get higher than 20? Okay. Ziz, what did you say that you and Watcher got?
A Watcher got 19, so he'd be in the next range.
Okay, so then anyone from 20 to 15 range?
Yes, 19.
Okay, so Watcher and Rail. From the 15 to 10 range?
11.
Okay, and Kay goes after you.
I got 11 also.
Okay, so Ingrid. And I will let y'all decide who acts in what order on that turn. I'll say Ingrid, Verdir.
I should go before you because I'm in front.
Okay. From the 10 to 5 range.
7.
Oof. Okay. So Brigham is Lesson.
Okay. Rainbow Die, you've been good to me in past sessions, but today I think we're going to have to.
It may be time to put that one in the jail.
Yeah, let us move on to the combat.
Okay, so let's see here now. Does it regain its screech? It does not. Okay. So, after unleashing this screeching, horrible sound, it lashes out with its claws at Griggum in a cross swipe with like both of them just like, and let's see here. That is a I'm assuming a 25 hits.
No, I'm kidding. Yes, 25 hits by like a factor of 10.
Okay, that is 9 slashing damage.
Oh, okay, not so bad. I don't want to open up the entire edit token.
Yeah, and the psychic power is already used, so it doesn't get to use that. And then it's going to make a bonus action as one of the tendrils whips out and tries to coil around Griggum. Go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
Bad choice, buddy. Bad choice. 18.
Yeah, you easily. Oh, nope. Too handsy for me, and brush the grasping tentacle off. Okay, let's see here now. That's his action. Okay, Watcher and Rail are up.
Okay. Sorry, do we make the saving throw?
You can make the saving throw at the end.
Okay. So Watcher, you can go first.
He just sends an image to inform Kay about what's in the room and the position, and that's all he's going to do.
Okay, so he's just relaying a mental snapshot. All right.
Okay.
Wait, to
Kay
Kay?
is well aware of what's in there.
To Kay or to Rail?
To Kay, because Rail's in the doorway. I think he has line of sight.
So the pets are communicating with each other. This is how uprisings start. Rail, then you are up. Remember, you can't move closer to it. Any attack you make against it is at disadvantage.
Alright, I am going to cast Bless. Range of 30 feet. Who's within 30 feet? These
Everyone.
are 5-foot squares?
Grigum.
Right.
I think Grigum needs it.
So
Well,
blessing.
yeah.
Grigum on, let's say, Faradir. Because Faradir's going into melee range, right? And on myself.
Okay, so that is a concentration. And if you're not going to do anything else, go ahead and attempt to shake off the fear effect.
Right, and now I get the plus. What was it?
1d4.
So yeah, plus 1d4. I actually have to find my d4. Stupid little caltrops. There. 1d4, the die that only exists to make it hard to make it unpleasant to step on. That was 6, 7, 13.
13? Just made it. You shake off the fear.
Hey! Okay, cool. And that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. Next up, Ingrid and Faradir, whichever order y'all want to go in.
I'm calling dibs because I'm closer. I'd like to hex him for strength
Okay.
and then try a blast at him.
Alright, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Only 13.
You kind of blast at it and it just like lowers itself down as the beam shoot across its back. You can kind of smell its very wiry back hair singeing a little from the energy as it like just barely misses him. Faradir, I believe you're up now.
Okay, I believe I have my short swords drawn.
I believe so, yes.
So I'm going to move to within flanking.
Okay, that's
I believe
5,
that's
10, 15, 20,
almost my
25.
limit. But yeah.
Alright, you enter the circle, so I need you to go ahead and... Well, I'm just kidding. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay.
The fake circle, as we found out last episode.
Well, it's a
I'm
very...
assuming a 9 doesn't hit.
You, like, swing across, and it, like, looks at you and lifts its leg just as the blade. Don't forget... Wait, did you add your d4?
Advantage.
Oh, yeah, you have advantage, and don't forget your d... Wait. Rail, who did you bless again? You're muted.
Everyone but me.
Okay, then don't forget your d4 for the as well, Tux.
Sorry,
Okay.
yes, myself, Faradir, and Grig.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 16, 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Lasts
That's
for
gonna
10
be-
rounds while I concentrate.
Nice.
So 1 minute is 10 rounds, right?
4, 5. 6 damage, and am I allowed to make a second attack?
You have one in each hand. Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead. Remember, don't add your modifier to it unless you have the 2-weapon fighting ability.
And that's to hit.
2 damage. Don't add to your damage. You can still
Okay.
use your proficiency.
15, 16, 17, 18. I don't add bless on this one.
No,
correct?
you do.
Okay.
Any attack roll. Yeah, bless is ridiculous with multi-attacks.
19 to hit.
19, that'll also hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
4, 5, 6, 7.
7. Okay.
And do I go ahead and do my check for K?
You used your bonus action, so you can't give him an order. Let's see here. Let me do that math real quick. 7, so that is 13. Total damage dealt against it. Not bad. However, as you strike the down on its back, it arches in pain and just unleashes a wave of tinging... I can't talk this morning. Energy tinged purple-black that envelops both you and Grigum. Let's see here. Y'all take... 5 psychic damage. Jeez, you got very lucky there, Grigum.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's its other psychic ability expended, so it can't do that until it recharges either.
Shouldn't have told us
And I
that.
don't have a save on K?
K is in the hallway.
Yeah,
And he's
can't
currently
save
frightened.
against fear or whatever it was.
Yeah, at your turn, K's turn, go ahead and you can... K can move,
I was
but
about to say.
he can only take dash actions or
Okay.
self-defense until you give him an order.
Right, so basically he can't attack, but he can
He
move
can't
and
move
he
closer either because he's feared. So
Right.
go ahead
And he can't save against fear unless ordered otherwise. I was like,
he automatically makes the save against it at the end of his
Okay.
turn.
Yeah, I
which-
was thinking, like, don't be afraid doesn't make sense as a command.
Yeah, no.
yeah.
You don't
But
have...
that was
You don't have him trained to ignore fear. Go ahead and make his save because you can't move him and he can't do anything other than move or defend. I mean, you
9.
can tell him to do a defense. That does not save. So K
Yeah.
is still like, oh god, hidden in the corner.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Griggum, you're up. You just got
right.
wrecked by this thing.
I got punked.
Let me know
So,
if you need me to take point.
I think Griggum is officially
Give
having
me a
withdrawal at this
second.
point.
And I am going to attack with my quarterstaff.
Alright, go ahead and make your roll. Don't forget you have advantage and
I have
bless.
advantage and bless. I'm rolling all those dice right now.
That is a lot of dice to roll.
Let's see. That is a 26. It's like,
That'll land.
and then I'll use a key point for 2 more arm strikes. And it's like,
Flurry of blows. Nice.
yep. That is a 29. It's like,
Yep, that'll hit.
ooh, double 17s. It's like,
Nice.
let's see, 17. That's another 26. It's like,
That'll hit. Okay, roll damage on all 3 attacks.
all right. Like, so let's see here. I need a D6 for the quarterstaff. It's like,
And then it should be a d4 for each of the unarmed attacks.
yep. And then I add 12. It's like,
Is his spore cloud affected by hex, or is that like a reflex thing he does?
His what? Oh, the energy burst was a reflex. It's not a strength base.
oh, wow. All 2s. It's like,
Oof.
so,
Better than
let's see.
ones.
So that'd be 18 total. It's like,
18 total?
mm-hmm.
That's not insignificant.
18.
So there is this flurry of panicked, like less. How can I put it? Think less like Kung Fu Master and more Three Stooges.
I mean, the beasts are
smacks
more
and
used to
smacking.
hitting humanoid creatures, not four-legged
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
So that kind
So
of makes
there's a lot
it.
of ah!
You don't really know what the vital
You goblined on them.
areas are.
Yeah. Like this was a full reversion into goblin fighting at this point, like with martial practice thrown in.
But hey, you hit with each blow.
And then, yes, it's like, and then I am bonus action. No, wait, not bonus action. Sorry, I am disengaging the fuck back.
Using Flurry of Blows uses your bonus action.
Yeah, I know. I can't use my bonus action for that, so I use my news action instead. It's like,
Didn't you spend a keyboard for Flurry of Blows? Oh, right,
Yes.
as martial arts. Okay,
no, wait, hold on. I think we're not understanding something here. It's like
okay.
someone isn't understanding
You
something.
made an
It's like,
attack with the staff as your attack action.
right.
You
It's
made
like,
a secondary attack as the bonus action on your martial arts. And then you use...
okay, so hold on. Disengage is not a move action, is it? It's like,
No, it's either
okay.
a primary action or a bonus action. You can try and move away
All
from
right,
me.
that's what I'm kicking. That's where I'm getting tripped up.
I mean, it's already spent its reaction. You saw it react to someone, so you would know that you would probably be able to move away from it safely. Nothing happens.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's like...
Yeah, no, it spent its reaction.
I've been down this road before. Like, Chris Perkins has pulled this trick on people before. It's like, you still have movement. You can still go for it. It's like, all right, and I'm going to walk over to here. I'm going to have to stop you right here.
Well, I'm thinking that as a monk, someone who's trained, you've seen, like, if someone reacts to something, his attention is focused on that, I can probably sneak away while it's focused on something else. So, horror is up.
So I go over to Rail and I'm like, heal me.
Does not regain any of its expended psychic energy. So, with Griggum out of the way, it whirls around on Faradir. Its tentacle lash, one of its tentacle tongues lashing out. Go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
And add a d4.
Add a d4.
And that was hexed, right?
This is not a strength contest. What'd you roll?
10.
10? You got lucky. You barely beat it. You're like, it's not super good with the tentacles. It's mostly there to hamper people. So, you like, nope. Bad touch. Bad touch.
I have those. I know how they work.
Yeah, you know how it works. And it's like, while you're dealing with that, it lashes out with one of its claws. 20 to hit.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that lands? Yeah. Let's see.
Just don't tell me 20 damage.
No. Funny enough, 9 damage again. So its claw just like rakes across your face. And it's already used its bonus action, and so that is the end of its turn. It's actually looking a little rough, like there's a little blood trickling out of its nose. And
no, that's mine.
Watcher is now up.
Watcher's just going to keep relaying info to Kay and clinging behind on my cloak.
Okay. Rel, you're up.
All right, so I'm no longer feared.
Yep.
So hang on, how bad does Faradir look?
Faradir looks rough, but Griggum looks like
Faradir will go down in one hit.
Griggum's that bad?
Yeah, Faradir's at 9.
Griggum's at 1.
Yeah. I am at 1.
Okay.
Like, breaking metagame here as like this. He just got
on a scale of 1 to 15. I look like a 1.
Yeah, he just got rolled hard.
Significantly changes what I was going to do. If only I could cast 2 spells per turn.
Well, if one's a cantrip.
Well, yeah. So what I'm going to do is, I can.
If one's a sorcerer,
I can act and then move, right?
You can act, move, act, depending on like your stuff. As long as you end up spending, you can use your movement at whatever order or amount you want. You have 1 bonus action that you can use, and you have 1 action you can use.
Okay, so first off, Cure Wounds on Grig.
Alright, go ahead
how
and
strong?
roll. I'm assuming first level.
I don't have anything higher than first level?
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming first level.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll your healing, Meryl.
So it is 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is 4. So let me find my d8. That looks like a d8. Okay, so Griggum, you heal back 11 hit points.
Nice.
Yeah, finally I get a good roll. And then I'm actually going to move. Let's see, if I move to here.
You are friggin' a godsend.
Is it now flanked?
Yes, it is now flanked.
Okay. And giving Griggum a little bit of cover at least. And then as my bonus action, Shillelagh.
Okay, so you go swole crawl again. I keep on doing a L at the end of it. Swole
Can't actually attack with it yet, but...
You charge your staff, and the birdie gets pretty buff looking again. Alright.
Swole Crow.
Ingrid, Fairdeer, whatever order y'all decided to act in.
I'll go ahead and go first and try to shoot it from where I'm at with Eldritch Blast first.
Alright, go ahead and roll your attack.
12.
Nope.
Now, question, if I moved here, am I still flanking it with Meryl even if Fairdeer disengages and moves back?
You need someone directly opposing it to you. So there would need to be someone next to Fairdeer for you to be flanking them.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Then I'll probably wait and... Can I hold movement?
You can only hold an action.
Okay. Then I will gibber at it in crawl as high-pitched as I can and try to draw its attention with a lot of kind of sounds.
I was going to ask what that sounded like, and I didn't even need to.
And, some of like the legs sliding to that,
The crickety sounds.
Yeah. And try to pull its attention without moving.
Okay.
I figure it's worth a shot. Look at those ears.
One of its ears does kind of twitch in your direction. Let's see. That brings us up to Fairdeer.
My ears twitch in your direction. Like, I'm right here.
I'm thinking realistically, I need to probably... Okay, so what kind of an action is disengage?
Disengage is a action unless you have an ability that lets you take it as a bonus action.
I don't believe so.
Ranger, right? No.
Yeah.
That's really more of a rogue or a goblin thing.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought.
Or
Okay, so...
Then
I
again,
think I'm
everything's a
going
monk
to-
thing.
Disengage over to here.
Alright. You disengage, so you
That's a-
basically, get yourself ready to block any attacks that come your way, and go ahead and move freely.
Okay.
Alright.
That's a legal space, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
You kind of press up against the wall next to Ingrid as she's doing her little cricket dance.
And I'm gonna draw my bow.
Okay. So ready weapon
And
bow.
I think, as I recall, that's my turn, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then save for K.
Yeah, because K can't do anything until he beats that.
Right. 12.
12? Nope. K is still scared.
Okay.
Alright, let's see here. That brings us up to Grigum again. Grigum, you got healed for 11 hits, so it's like, you go from oh, okay, I'm not feeling good after, nosebleed and clawed up. It was like, the bleeding stops, the nosebleed clogs, you can, I can smell again. Awesome.
It's kind of... There we go. Back into the fight. And... No, come on. Alright. I'm going to dance my way around here. We're cycling flanking partners here.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
so you move back into melee range with it.
I forgot about that there. So then actually, never mind. You die. This die. And I still have. Oh, what am I? Bless, right? I still have bless going.
Yes.
Rail has taken no damage, so he's been at no risk of this.
Quarter staff.
You should use the buck and a quarter staff.
That's too expensive. Let's see.
20. Where did that D8 go? Just in case I needed to.
28. I was like,
That'll hit.
Nice.
I wish we still had crit ranges, I was like, but no, only fighters get that.
Oh, Hexblade
No.
Warlocks get it too.
Okay, +4.
Hexblade Warlocks are just fighters with sparkles glued on.
6.
You're like, no, bad!
Okay. And let me think. Considering how much it screwed me over, I think I'm going to spend my.
Okay, so it took.
I'm not sure if I want to spend my last key point, but I'm going to have to. It's like, so I'll spend my last key point to up my defense by.
Patient defense?
Yeah, like
okay,
actually just dodge action. Yeah, like that. I'm just like.
Okay, so it has disadvantage on attack rolls against you. However,
what size is this thing?
It's like Great Dane size. It's comparable to about K, but it's like, way uglier.
Mechanically, it's like medium or small.
Oh, medium.
Medium. Okay.
All right.
It's important because of my fury of this small thing.
Oh, right.
So
yeah.
I have to.
Question. Does it get a disadvantage on flanking, or is it just the flankers get advantage?
Just the flankers get advantage.
Okay.
So, sorry, I keep on firing off sneezes. Enjoy the funny faces I'm making. It takes damage from an attack, so it regains one of its psychic charges, which it is going to unleash as a psychic rebuke again. So, Griggum and Rail, y'all are both within 5 feet of it as it unleashes another wave of energy tinged purple-black. And y'all both take, 5 damage. Rail, you need to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on Bless.
Okay. Do I get the Bless bonus to the saving throw?
Yeah. Ironically, yes.
Ironically?
Or luckily, I'm not sure. I may not be using
Array controllers.
Oh, shoot.
I'm willing to take surprisingly, but...
5.
Okay, so Bless fades.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 on both dice.
Ow.
D4 and the D20.
Okay, so its
Getting all
turn.
the bad throws out of the way.
Finally, it regains another psychic charge at the beginning of its turn and is going to unleash another frightening screech with it. So it rears back because it's taken some actual hits. It's at below 50%, and it just unleashes that horrible wail again. I need everyone within 30 feet, which is, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. That is everyone to make a wisdom saving throw again.
Okay. 24.
Okay, Rail makes it.
15. Sorry.
14?
Okay.
17 for me, but 7 for Watcher.
Okay, Watcher is frightened. The rest of y'all... Oh, wait. Did you roll for K, Tux?
He's already frightened.
Oh, right. Yeah, you can't get double frightened.
Yeah, I'm assuming he can't, I'm somehow not frightened anymore.
This ain't like the previous 2 editions ago. It was like, you don't get shaken, feared, and panicked. It's like,
No.
That's right.
Thank you, Streamline me. Watcher is the only one frightened, so he kind of clings to your back a bit more, Ingrid, because he can't make a move action just yet. And let's see here. That was a reaction previous, so reaction rebuild. It doesn't have any psychic charges left, so it can't do the other thing.
I think
Griggum is behind it, so it's going to lash a tentacle at it. Rail, go ahead and make me a strength saving throw. I mean, a dexterity saving throw, sorry.
Slightly better for that than the other. 20.
20? Yeah, you're
non-natural.
Okay, dirty 20. You're like, no, quit that. Bad tentacle, as it tries to wrap around you. And then
the trick is to only pay attention to the head and not the body.
Okay, so that's everything. It's not bad enough to be trying to retreat yet, so... Watcher is up. He's going to have to move as far away since he's not actively taking a fighting role in combat. We'll just assume that he clings to your back and stays hidden. Okay? He'll fly off down the hallway if you try and move closer, though. So, Rail, you are up.
Well, I had the shillelagh out. May as well use it. So, roll my attack. I have advantage, right?
Yeah, you're flanking it, but Bless is faded, yeah.
Okay, so first roll is... Yeah, shillelagh is +8. +6. So first roll is 17.
That'll hit.
Okay, no need to make a second roll.
Well, you may crit.
Damn. Fair enough. Second roll is... not a crit. So 16.
Okay.
So damage is 11 damage.
11 damage.
This die likes to roll 7s.
Okay, that's
On an 8-sided die, that's not bad.
all right. So you strike it, and like you hear a bone snap within it, cracks, but it took damage, so it regains a psychic charge, and since it just had its turn, it's going to unleash another wave of psychic energy as a rebuke to the attack. So y'all are both within 5 feet of it still, so y'all take another 6 damage off this one.
Ooh, that's not so much good.
So a third
Okay.
bursting wave of energy just washes over y'all. You can feel like your nose and your eardrums bleeding.
Cool.
I need healing.
Okay.
Alright, but if I move then... Well, hang on. Who?
That burns its reaction.
That was its reaction.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
thinking before I decide whether or not to move. Does it move? Or
Uh,
Grigga move next?
next person is Ingrid and Fairdeer.
Right, and then top of the round.
Then Kay, and then Griggum, then it's at the top of the round. So everyone is basically next.
Okay. So you know what? I'll stay next to it so Griggum can get advantage.
Okay?
I'm moving to you, dude. You can only heal me at touch.
Yeah, but if I move...
I mean, it's
Okay.
looking
How about-
rough.
So for my turn,
Mhm.
sorry, Ziz. What's
Okay.
everybody's like health generally at?
Griggum
One.
is rolled again. Rail's taking some damage too.
Rail,
Yep,
what are
I'm
you?
at less than half.
What does that mean?
Eight
Like, can
out
you
of
take
19.
another hit? I guess I'm asking, or no?
I could take one more hit. And not
Okay.
die.
Mine's good. I just didn't get positioned to take advantage. If I like, it wouldn't have done anything moving closer, and now I can't move closer because of Watcher.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Unfortunately, I can't move and attack. I can't attack and cure in the same round.
I can. No, that's too many things.
Come on. Anything, just like, what would Fairdeer do?
Can you move diagonally?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 5, 10.
If you're moving, you should probably let me take my turn
25.
first, like I happened. Okay, you're going over
Okay.
there. Never mind.
Cure wounds.
Okay, so you
Oh.
run up behind Griggum and go like, "It's okay, buddy. You got this."
Yeah. It's just that I'm at 9, so I need to avoid the
Yeah.
sphere of death.
Go ahead and roll your.
But anyways.
Yeah, go ahead and roll healing.
Okay.
Roll well. Roll well.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
What is cure? It is
D8
1d8.
plus your
Okay.
casting
So
modifier.
that's 6.
It's
Not
bad.
very helpful.
Well, at least I made back the damage I took.
Yeah. Still
So,
can go down
crazy
and
idea.
turn,
It's like,
All right, so Ingrid, you're up.
A 7 to hit with Eldritch Blast, so not going to be able to do that. On these webs here, do they look sticky?
I mean, a little bit, but not enough that it would incapacitate you. They're very noticeable, but they aren't very thick looking.
Okay, I can't move right now because of Watcher, so I'm probably going to go ahead and keep doing what I've been doing. He's bat-like, he's got big ears. I'm going to keep making high-pitched insect sounds and try to draw his attention.
Okay, as a point of note, Kay made a 21 on his save against fear.
Oh, okay. Kay's fear has
Final.
ended then.
Ow.
Okay.
Okay, so then it is Grigum's turn again, if that's everything from everyone else.
okay, so, it's like, crazy idea. Can I use the liquor I picked up in episode 1? I mean, session 0. I was like, to give myself temporary hit points.
I'm going to ask for a Constitution saving throw as you chug it.
That's entirely fair. It's like, I figured, hey, it's like, I've got to start my path down, like, Drunken Master at some point. Is this going to be my action? It actually is a good question. Like,
Yeah, this would be use object.
okay. Like, you know what? Screw it. It's like, I'm just going to attack. It's like, I'm not going to spend time doing non-preparatory actions. It's like, where's origin for 19? Okay, so it's like 25.
That'll hit.
Using Fury the Small, like, and I'm dealing 8 damage.
8 damage? You like,
yes.
oh, really pissed off. It's like you just take the staff and crack it across it. And how do you want to do this? To quote a Mercer.
Okay. I like would like that's a hard one to say. Like,
It only had like 2
picture
hit
on
points.
this? Okay. Do we have a full picture of this thing?
Not. It's basically picture a griffin, but swap the lion body for like a really large dog with really like wiry, mangy hair, and the eagle with like a bat. And that gives you a loose approximation of what it looks like.
Okay.
Straight through the ears.
I was thinking that, but I was kind of looking to maybe like hop up onto its back, have it, stick the quarterstaff in the mouth, and then just crack its neck.
Okay,
Shadow of Colossus it.
So
Yeah.
you like step on it, you feel where you like broke its bone with that earlier strike, climb up between its wings protruding from its shoulder blades, loop the stack around, like pull it back into its mouth. You can hear the crack of teeth as you force the wood into it, and then just like as you snap the neck, and it's just like goes ragdoll under you.
And I just like get up, just panting, and I'm like,
Okay.
It's gone, Watcher. It's gone.
Okay.
your ears are stupid.
Let's see here now. Who failed those rolls? Rail Watcher and K all failed one. So,
When this is over,
I need
I'm gonna
you.
get a stiff drink.
Rail, I need you to make me a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh dear. Alright. That is a 21.
21? You feel like, oh, that was messed up. Like, that wasn't a creature that you normally see, but no seemingly ill effects from the very rough pummeling of your mind took.
Right. That is one interesting specimen.
Alright. So, y'all are now in this room with the corpse.
I think that we need to search the room to make sure there's no other enemies, and then maybe take a rest.
Why don't you start resting now, and I'll go search?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a rest, yeah.
So I'm assuming y'all are, like, barricading the door.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's making just kind of because we didn't like actually check the whole room. So this time we're gonna check the room, the ceiling, everything, and then.
Okay. So people who are resting, start your short rest. People that are searching, roll me an investigation.
Um, 19 for me and 12 for Watcher.
Okay, so while everyone else is like sitting down, having a light snack, like, oh my god, that was rough. Ingrid and Watcher do a quick sweep of the room and find like a little hidey hole in some of the remains in one of the corners, and pull out about 26 copper zib. So other than that, y'all spend about an hour just taking a breath, breather barricaded, mending yourself, finding wounds. If you're spending hit dice, go ahead and expend your hit dice and roll them to heal.
Right. I think when we're done with this, with the rest, Faraday, I don't suppose you'd help me in the dissection.
I would just one quick question: how much is it? How much HP do you gain from a short rest? Because for some reason, D&D Beyond is not reset or giving me HP.
What you do when you take a short
if
rest?
You click.
Go ahead. Oh. No, you go ahead, please.
If you click the short rest button on your character sheet, it pops up the short rest thing.
Yeah.
So it should say towards the bottom your class and then hit die, and then is 1d8 plus 3, and then how many hit dice you have to spend. So what does it say for you?
It says hit die 1d10 plus 3, total 2.
So yeah, so you're spending however many of those you want, and that's what you roll. And you only get those dice back with a long rest.
Be glad we're not playing gritty. You only get half them back.
Yeah, it literally does nothing.
You have to physically roll the dice.
You have to physically roll it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's marking that you've used those dice just to keep track.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah, they don't have a built-in roller yet. It's on their skill list.
Like in my case,
okay.
If I had Channel Divinity, it would reset the Channel Divinity, but I didn't, so it hasn't.
Okay, got you. That makes more sense. Okay.
Okay. I have recovered up to 13 out of 15, so I think I'm good.
Okay. So, someone was talking about doing a dissection?
Yes, I want to know what the heck this thing was.
Alright, are you using the surgeon's kit?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I haven't added the details to it yet, your character yet, but basically using the surgeon's kit, if you have proficiency in it, you can add your proficiency bonus to a intelligence roll to discern factors of a creature's anatomy. It basically allows you to function like the extraction dagger, only instead of learning information about the creature while it's still alive, you learn information about the creature after it's dead. So...
I actually do not have proficiency.
Yeah, no one has proficiency in it because I haven't added it to the game yet. But you haven't been trained in it either, so... basically, you're just making a straight intelligence roll. If someone's helping you, basically they would be like, scalpel, retractor, asking them to hand you stuff, or holding parts of the body open. So, if someone helps you, roll it with advantage. Otherwise, just a straight roll.
Okay.
And I am
Investigation
helping
wouldn't
you.
help for this.
Nah, because this is basically you're dissecting and like pulling parts out. Investigation would be like, this is how this functions. This is what this part is.
Okay.
Yeah, I would think it would be more like a medicine check. But anyway,
If you have medicine and proficiency in it, there is a synergy, but that's...
Okay, but I do not have proficiency. Okay.
but regardless, I
Ooh.
am assisting.
So I got a natural 1.
Well,
Plus 2 is a 3.
Well, you have advantage since Faradir's helping you.
Oh, okay. Yes. So,
Yes, you're not just be like, "Hey, Faradir, can you help me?" I'm just like,
Yeah. Okay.
Screw
Sorry
you.
about that.
No.
Second roll. That is a 13.
13?
No, 14. 14.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you open it up, and most of its innards are this kind of steaming black with this kind of ichory blood. It's really thick and tacky. Not like the liquidy, flowing blood that you would expect from most living creatures. Let's see, 13. You would learn that basically you crack open its skull and do the phrenology, like, check out weird lobes in the brain. And add an exotic component to your inventory, horror brain. Literally, this thing was called a psychic horror. So,
Okay.
and you determined that its attacks were mostly psionic based, and that it stored up the energy of attacks in a special gland in its brain and then released it either as a scream, which is what caused the fear, or as a area of effect, which is what caused those little rippling every time y'all hit it.
I offer Rail a jar, as I have 2 glass jars.
I greatly appreciate that. Horror brain.
I mean, it's about
Jar.
that size-ish.
Okay. Is that too big for a jar?
No, it should fit. I'm just giving you a general idea of how big its brain
Squeeze
is.
it in there.
Yeah, there's some squelching sounds. It's not pleasant at all.
Yay.
You should collect some of its body juices and put it in the jar with it, and because it won't go as bad in the juice.
Pickled horror
Typically,
brain.
you don't want any body fluids to be around a brain.
Better than air. Do you want air around a brain?
No, like blood is way too acidic, I think, for brain. Like I don't know if my character would know this, but I do have proficiency in medicine, so I'm kind of thinking like that's one of the basics of medicine is that you don't want to mix brain and blood. That's bad. That causes
I mean, y'all are the scientists. I usually use salt. I mean, I've got some salt if you want to preserve it that way.
I think we'll just preserve it alive, take it back to the lab, and they get what they get.
Alive.
I'm not trying to eat it. At least I'm not.
I mean, Ingrid, go ahead and make me a Arcana check, please.
16.
While you don't know specifically how it is done, you are aware that there is a procedure for preserving a brain alive in a jar.
I go to Meryl and I whisper that.
Who?
To Rail, and I whisper that I've heard it in my training.
Huh.
You'd probably have to get it pretty soon, though, if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll get this to the Simics whenever we get out of here.
Yeah.
There should be some lessons to be learned from it.
Man, there are going to be some deep questions if you find that brain after spending another night there. Whose brain is this? Where did it come from? What did we do? Why is Rail covered in black blood?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Probably clean people, shouldn't I?
If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, we probably want to make notes of all this. Or at least maybe we can assume that we did this during the short rest time.
Since everyone's a lot goopier, I take the cleaning slower, and y'all realize that the sludge isn't disappearing, it's actually dripping, like as if you were water phobic and it was water, and you've got little rings of nutrients around you.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
You're mute.
I'm not talking.
Sorry, Demage.
Demage, you're still muted.
A ring of what?
And nutrients, the sludge.
Basically, her prestidigitation cleaning, it takes the form of any dirt or sludge, or in this case, monster ichor, as rolling off of your body like water droplets onto the floor around you.
I get that. It's like, where do nutrients come in?
In my background.
Everything's nutrients is something.
Yeah, but how does that apply to us getting the stuff off of us? Like,
it just goes in a circle, like around you.
Oh, okay.
It's not nutritious to you. Don't eat it.
No, I'm just wondering, how does something being nutritious equate to this stuff coming off? That's what I understood.
Player information rather than character information. Ingrid works on a rot farm, and she would be in a lot of trouble if she wasted all this. Normally,
basically,
so her training's a little different.
So what
soylent nutrients.
So what you were trying to say is that it turns from this to this, not because of this happens.
Yeah, it's not pulling nutrients out of anywhere. It's basically...
Well, no. The thing is that what I heard was, I apply nutrients, this stuff comes off. It's like,
hold still, I'm going to clean you by smearing this stuff on you.
Yeah, that's kind of what I heard. It's like, because of this circle of nutrients,
on me.
because of this circle of nutrients, this stuff has come off now. And I'm like,
Okay.
No, it's that it comes off and becomes a circle of nutrients. That's the thing I was trying to get.
Okay, we bridged the gap there.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
We gotta love the air gap between our brains.
Okay.
Hey, another brain.
It doesn't help that I have ADHD. I'm trying so hard to pay attention, and then there's these hiccups where I'm like, wait, what did you just...
I mean, it's okay. At least you're not spending your time saying they're reading spells or anything.
I don't have any spells to read.
Exactly. So what y'all doing? Y'all barricaded this room, basically, took like a lunch break, healed up, found a couple coins.
Purchase.
I'm like rummaging through my pack, and I find the bottle of it's like, hang on, it's like, I have it written down, it's like, Bizenblatt's Bad Brew Liquor,
Yeah.
which I gained in Section 0.
You basically stole it from the Rakdos after you told the bartender to come with you. Yeah.
At this point, I'm considering this is all manner of messed up right now. It's like, and we still have something else that we probably have to deal with. It's like, do I drink now or later?
Put it into this context. You've forgotten the past 24 hours, so you only have your memento notebook. You have a very distinct memory of waking up, walking through a room with hundreds, 225 hands hanging from the ceiling, having a voice in your head taunt you, and then fighting this creature, and then watching as two of the people in your party dissected in front of you after taking a short break.
I'm cracking this thing open.
Yeah. While we're doing downtime, I'm probably going to be actually checking on Kate because I know that he's kind of gone through some trauma the last few hours and just making sure he's okay.
Okay, so I'm going to roll this into the downtime, just so that y'all aren't staying around after everyone took a break. Go ahead and Griggum, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Like I'm a goblin, but this is fucked up.
And my searching and cleaning everyone would have been during their break since I didn't do the short rest.
Right.
That wasn't half bad. 17 plus 1, 18.
Okay, so you're tipsy, but you're not drunk to the point that you can't function. Go ahead and roll me 1d4 and add your monk levels.
Yeah, so 2. 3.
You gain 5 temporary hit points from the booze numbing you.
Awesome. It's like, how do I add temporary hit points onto the sheet?
You just heal up above. There should be a thing on the side that has like temporary hit points next to it.
I see that, but it's not letting me do anything with it. I was like,
I'll pull it up in a second. While I'm doing that, Fairdeer, go ahead and roll an animal handling check to see how well you comfort your trauma puppy. Oh, trauma puppy! I just made myself sad.
On the temp, you can just click it up until you hit your new total. Like you can't enter the temp hit points. You have to do your total HP of what it would be right now.
25. Not
oh, wait, hold on, I got it. It's like, well, you said 5. It's like,
yeah, you rolled 3 on the D4 plus your drunk monk level. Or
all right,
level.
well, we're
monk.
good. Like, the thing was is that
monk.
the thing is that I wasn't clicking in the right area. It's like I was trying to click the temp HP section, see if I could modify that like I could with the current HP section. No, I have to click the max, and then it opens up this whole new thing, which includes modifying temp HP.
Yeah, it's a bit of a system, but once you get used to figuring out where it is. Alright, so Fairdeer, you spend like part of the time just sitting down next to Kay, giving him pets and scratches and reassuring him, making sure him feel comfortable, and you actually gain a bond point with him, so I will make a note of that. So yeah, he seems to be okay, but he definitely probably should get out of here sometime soon.
Right.
Is there anything else y'all are doing during your little break?
Nope.
Well, whenever y'all are ready to get back to it.
Yep. Let's go for it.
I'll take point with one of the people so Watcher can help look out. So.
Okay, since this is a 5-foot wide hallway, go ahead and give me the order that y'all are moving in.
Usually Griggum and I take point.
Well, Ingrid was going to take point
good
because she called it.
Okay.
And Watcher has the bonus already to looking for traps and things.
Okay.
I think Braille is probably going to go towards the back of the party.
Okay. I'll be somewhere.
Clerics on the back, keep the spiders hale and hungry.
Okay, so y'all file out of the room in the order, and it's about a 5-foot wide area, so there's not a lot of room for people to move past each other. The hallway continues down another 5, 10, 15, 20, about 30 feet before turning to the right. Going to the end of that and taking a look down, you see the hallway continues another 25 feet, then there's a door, and then it goes past your range of vision in this dark.
And we want to check for traps along the way.
Whoever's checking for traps, go ahead and make me a perception roll.
15 for me and 17 for Watcher.
13. Or
right.
we could just say I assist, just however. Yeah.
Whichever y'all prefer. 20 Watcher?
17 Watcher.
Okay. Y'all don't find any traps.
Okay. And sorry, just to clarify, so when you say we see a door, you mean like there's a door to the side and the hallway continues? You're mute.
From peering down the hallway, the door is on your right side, about 25 feet down. You can just barely see it at the range of your vision in this dark.
Okay. I kind of want to go up to the door.
So are you pushing past me in the hallway or just following me?
I guess I'll follow you, and then as we get close, probably like tap you on the shoulder and be like, we should check that out. And
well, I want to check for traps on the door before we go in.
Right.
Go ahead and make your roll.
I'm assisting.
20 non-natural for me. Oh, I guess if he's assisting, then okay. Same thing for me and for Watcher. 16.
All right, so y'all don't find any traps. Y'all give a quick once over. It's the same kind of wood that y'all saw on the door in the previous room, as well as the really big doors in the entry hall. Dark wood with intricate carvings on it of vampires and their subjects. Just a simple handle on it.
Also, I can roll good if it's a skill. I just can't hit anything. I should have been like some kind of pacifist rogue. I mean, I missed my calling there. I'm going to go ahead and open up the door.
All right, the door opens with a little creak, and you see about a 20-foot long hallway that just comes to a dead end.
Okay.
So
Is there anything on the ceiling?
You don't.
So the room is a 20-foot hallway.
Behind the doorway is a 20-foot hallway. It's 5 foot wide, like the corridor you're in. From where y'all are standing now, y'all can see about 10 feet ahead. The hallway opens up into another room as well. So there's the hallway that y'all are traveling down. The door to your right that goes into a 20-foot little passageway that dead ends, and then the hallway you're currently in continues on another 10 feet into a room.
And is that a closed door for that room?
No, there's an open door. You can see into the room, but it's dark, and y'all can't see much past your line of sight.
So do y'all want to check out the hall to nowhere or head on to this room?
Let's check out the hall to nowhere first to make sure that we don't have enemies behind and in front of us.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
I'd like to stay at the door since I fight ranged and have someone else that's a close combatant check out the hallway. I'm more worried about the open door and things coming from it to get us. So I'd like to stay at the hallway in front of the door.
Okay.
So who's going down the 20-foot hallway?
I'll go because I have dark vision.
Alright, y'all walk down the 20-foot hallway, look around.
Yeah, I've got to have the torch out, so...
Yeah, I guess just kind of a general investigation.
Okay, go ahead and make me an investigation roll.
And I'm watching for the open door while they're doing this, and I'm holding the door open in case anything would try to close it.
Oh, shoot.
17.
I have a better perception than I have investigation.
Or wait, so finding anything just out of order, going on the walls, looking for any switches or something, that's investigation, not perception?
If you're just sweeping the area, taking a quick look around, it's perception, because you're basically okay, what do I see? If you're poking around looking for stuff in a limited area, you're investigating that area.
Okay. That's going to be a 17 for me.
guess I'll roll investigation. 11.
Alright. So, y'all look around, and it looks like a lot like that previous hallway. Y'all found that didn't go anywhere with the red liquid dripping out of it. Right down to the fact that you find like a little hole in the upper part of the wall about that big.
My God. It's a shortcut. No, I'm kidding.
Is it really?
I'm just thinking, hey, this is the spot where you can teleport from one part to the other.
Do y'all mention the hole?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want Watcher to go fly and take a look?
Yes.
Is it a big enough hole for them to be in? It's like,
No, just to see, because that's like the size of his head, just about, almost. He could probably look through.
I mean, if you touch your pointer finger and your thumb together, that's about as big as the hole is.
well, that would also depend on the size of the hand, but
Rough estimation.
yeah.
I'm assuming no one here is over 8 feet tall.
No.
Well, he could climb up really easy.
I mean, we do have a quarterstaff, but
But Watcher could also fly up really easy to take a look. So,
No, I mean
most
like
likely climb.
hand size. No one here is over 8 feet tall and is going to have like an inordinately large circle when they do the pointer and thumb.
Gotcha.
if hair's this big, I surely can't have cancer.
I mean, what if one of my hands is much bigger than the other?
That's
No.
unless you're ambidextrous, that should be how it works anatomically.
So what are y'all doing?
I mean, my main thing was just to make sure that there's no like empty, like
hey, Watcher, go take a look.
drop, like we
Yes,
don't want
please
any
take a look.
tools like drop bearing from the ceiling or something.
22 for perception through the hole. I mean,
You're
21.
Still mute.
That doesn't always read when I push the button, apparently. So, Fairdew, you already did an inspection of the area. The only thing you turned up was that, like, small opening. Watcher rolled a what again?
21.
Alright. Watcher kind of flutters over and, like, scrabbles at the wall, kind of puts his eye against it, peers through it, and just sends you back, like, a mental image of about maybe a 2-inch deep channel.
Okay. I tell them there's some kind of maybe channel through. Maybe some liquid would have poured out, like an old fountain. I don't know. So it's a liquid channel, and I ask Watcher if there's a hole on the floor like in the other room.
Go ahead and roll an investigation for Watcher since he's searching the area instead of just looking down.
11.
Watcher kind of scrabbles down and it's like claw, claw, claw. Brant walk around, claws at the floor a little bit more and looks back at you and gives you a blank expression.
Okay, come on back, Watcher.
Yeah, I mean, it's Faradier's pretty satisfied.
Yeah, I'm satisfied as well. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, just kind of close the door, kind of quietly, if possible. I don't know what kind of roll.
Oh, we're entering the room and closing it behind us?
No, if we're leaving the hallway, I want to close the door because it was closed previously. But since there was a creak, I want to close it, like, slowly.
Yeah, there was no room behind the door. It was just a hallway that dead end.
Oh, so it wasn't just like, hey, here, the hallway keeps going in this direction to a dead end. No, it's we opened a door and there was a hallway behind it. Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
So the idea was just making sure that there wasn't going to be, like, enemies coming through that hallway that could attack us from behind while we're doing whatever as we continue down the main.
So y'all back up out of the 20-foot hallway, close the door behind you. There's like a little click, but no like loud echoing noise. Y'all are back in the main hallway. There's about 10 feet ahead of y'all before the hallway opens up into an actual room.
Is there any like wall? Like, basically, is the hallway like fully open to the room, or is there any sort of like kind of wall between, if that makes sense?
No, it's just like a hallway 5 foot wide until like another 10 feet, and then like a little arch, and then you can see an actual room past that.
But could someone like lay flat against the wall, like covered by the arch? Is I guess my question.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, you'd get 2/3 cover at most.
I mean, they could just be in the room against the wall, and it would be the same cover.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna go check the door for traps with Watcher.
The door to the room? There's no door to that room.
I mean the arch.
Okay, go ahead and make me an investigation roll.
With advantage. Because I'm helping.
13.
Alright, y'all don't find any traps or anything. Let's see here. But you do move up to the archway, which gives you enough to see into the room. You can see the room goes about maybe 15 feet, and then this wide chasm in the floor opens up. Like the ground shifted and part of the room pulled apart. And you can just barely make out through Watcher's vision, because Watcher has out to 60 feet, right?
Yeah, dark vision 60.
You can Watcher can just barely make out a wall at the other side of the chasm with a bunch of cobwebs hanging down and like what looks like some scratches or something carved into the wall.
And rather than tell everyone, Watcher just sends a picture to everyone.
Okay, so y'all basically get a mental image of this room, as I described, with this chasm that's got to be at least 20 feet across in some places, just splitting the room in half.
Not to interrupt too much, but when we check for traps, isn't it always a perception?
When you are checking for traps, if you are looking in a specific area for a specific thing, it is a investigation. If you're just sweeping the area, then it is a perception.
Okay.
Like if you know what you're looking for and where to look for it, it's investigation.
Okay, so how detailed of a picture can we see of the scratches? Like, is it just we're aware that they're there, or can we like make out like what they are?
From the picture that you got sent, they're very indistinct.
Okay.
You can make out like a little bit of it being words, but not very clearly from just the mental image. Because, I mean, Watcher is about 40 feet away from the words from where he's currently positioned, so he can't make them out very clearly.
Okay, so the chasm is just on the floor, not the ceiling, correct?
It's like the entire room. It's like there was a earthquake or something. The ground shifted and pulled away at some point, leaving this 20-foot chasm.
Okay. Floor and ceiling.
Floor, ceiling, the walls, all of it.
Was that its depth or its width?
It's the width. You don't know how deep it goes. Because Watcher's perched on you and just looking through the room and sending a photo to everyone. If you want to send him down there, you can find that information out.
I'm assuming
No,
that's
that
a no.
doesn't sound useful.
Doesn't sound useful.
No, I mean, why would we need to know how deep a mysterious chasm is, or might have like side tunnels or ghoul nest or
Yeah, I was thinking monsters in it.
yeah.
So we can't determine like the depth in any direction of the 3D space of the chasm. Like you can't just look like the side, the front, the bottom is all just like so far out it's just pitch black. No.
Not from standing at the doorway.
Okay. Gotcha. Sorry. Fair. I guess I'm gonna move forward.
All right.
And there's no side passage or anything visible like on the other side. It just looks like the room ends except for being rent.
Yeah, no, it's just like a solid wall. Faraday, as you enter the room, you hear a whisper in the back of your head. Ah, well, a pity about my pet. You've made it to my place. Come on down.
Stop harassing my dog, damn it.
I'm sorry, it wasn't my choice.
Not cool.
Dice are fickle.
Why are you talking about your dog, Fairdeer?
That same head voice thing, presumably a vampire.
You would think out of everyone in this group, it's like you would know what telepathy is.
Well, I mean, he just walked forward and started shouting about his dog. I haven't.
No. I mean, it's like, not you. I mean, he just said stupid head thing, and I was like, aren't you more qualified to understand what psychics are about?
Not really, I just
Telepathy
kill
in
him.
many ways a stupid head thing.
I'm gonna go forward so we can see if there's any pattern to the scratches. So I'm gonna go a little closer to look at the scratches.
Like, are you getting right up to the edge of the chasm?
Sure. I need to get right up to the edge to see that far.
It's about 20 feet across, and like they're 10 to 5 feet away from the edge of the chasm in some places. So it's a bit of a long look.
I'll go closer. I want to keep it 5 feet away from the chasm, though.
You know what I'm thinking?
All right. As you walk in, you hear a voice. Well, if I'm going to have a meal, I suppose there's worse. Come on down. And then I'm going to need you to roll me a perception check to see if you can read the very tiny writing on the other that's 30-ish feet away from you.
And Watcher can try too, right?
Sure.
Can't Watcher just fly the...
I got a natural 20.
Oh, never mind.
And Watcher didn't do very well.
What did you roll when you add your total bonus?
Another 2, so 22.
Alright, so you can barely make out from the distance, and with all the webbing in the way, that the scratching, while it's in a pattern, it's not actually a pattern of words, it's just scratched to look like words at a distance.
More fake stuff. I don't think those are real words over there.
Could also be the remains of someone being dragged down into a pit.
No, I think it's
Flying at
theatrical. I think it's fake like the circle.
Likely. It's like, but at the same time, it's like all this does conjure up the idea that someone got dragged and we're clawing up the ground to not get dragged in.
Okay, so now that we're closer to the chasm, can I get any
Yeah, I'm
more of
definitely
an idea of
approaching.
the depth?
Alright, Griggum, as you walk into the chasm, you hear that voice in the back of your mind. Well, your friends seem a little reluctant to fight me. Are you more up to the challenge? Come on down.
I'm drunk. What do you think?
He's messing with my dog, man.
Alright, what were you checking,
Not cool.
Fairdeer?
If I can get more of a sense of the depth of the chasm.
You have dark vision, right? Go ahead and roll
Yeah,
me perception.
60 feet. Okay.
Yeah, it's like 10
Ooh.
feet.
9, 10, 11, 12.
It gets pretty dark. You can't really see the bottom of it, but you have an idea that the split was pretty violent, and that it was more things shifting and sliding than like a tearing or a pulling. So that kind of confirms to you like the whole, oh, the ground has shifted and pulled the room apart.
Yeah.
Here's a silly idea. What if nobody's down there?
Quite possible with all the theatrics. I like that idea.
Another silly idea. How far does your Eldritch Blast go? Or whatever beam thing you would be. I don't know if I would know the official name of it, but...
Oh, a couple 100 feet, give or take.
So, you mind just shooting that off as like a light source? Down the thing?
I wouldn't recommend it as much of a light source. I can, but if there's a passageway or tunnels, we could also make it unstable. But I'll totally leave that up to you. I'm willing to do it.
Who's capable of casting a light spell? No one?
I mean, or
really?
we could just drop a torch with a rope, I guess.
Or just drop a torch.
With a rope.
Like two. We have two. We have two.
Yeah. So we just want to do that. Just kind of get...
Well, y'all gave your torches to Rail.
Yeah.
Rail, do you mind this idea of putting a torch on a rope and kind of dangling it down so that we can kind of see what's going on at the bottom?
I'm not sure how we'll do that without burning the rope, but sure. We had two torches,
you
right?
Have a torch. One end is on fire, the other is not. Tie the rope to the end, not on fire.
Actually,
yeah, but
it takes a
then
while
when you
for the fire
dangle it,
how long does a torch last?
like an hour.
Yeah, and y'all spend an hour taking a break in there.
I thought we had an unlit torch.
Yeah, so y'all are on your second torch now.
Next time, bring more torches.
Well,
You're the one without a light source. Like, we have to
so third idea. We attach a rope to Griggum, who has dark vision, and we lower it.
Here's a better idea. What if we attach a rope to you, who has dark vision and tentacles?
Yeah, you can just climb down, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, we could also tie 2 ropes to the torch so that it's counterbalanced with the weight of the light. But that is if it's our last torch.
Yeah.
I mean, I can send Watcher, but if he gets grabbed by something, he's meat.
I toss a rope to the strongest person. I was like, I'm going down. It's like, follow after me.
You are the strongest person, most likely.
Am I? Like, am I freaking really with a +1?
Yes.
I have a
my
-1. Is there anything decorative on the arch, like any loops or anything, or is it a straight arch?
It's just a basic arch with like a keystone in the center to keep the stones in place. It's not fancy or carved or anything like that.
Holy
do any
shit.
of the scratches do like a deep V or anything where there's texture to the wall over there?
No, not that you can see. It's like someone just took a knife or something and scratched in the stone in a rough approximation of lettering.
Jagged peaks up from the hole? Anything pointed upwards, like spikish?
Nope. Just like it actually kind of curves down from the disturbing of the layer of rock below the room.
I think it's you or Watcher. So, Fairdeer, I can send Watcher down a little ways, where he's still kind of inside of us, but then I'm blind up here, basically.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
down.
thinking I'm
look,
probably...
Look. 3 of you hold this rope. I'm going down.
Okay.
I assume you tie the rope to Grigham before he goes down.
Yes. So
Yeah,
basically,
sure,
in terms of the strongest, so me, Kay, and possibly Rail are doing a tug of war
Versus gravity.
Against...
Mean.
Yeah. I can't believe the goblin,
Actually,
the smallest person.
the dog, Rail, and I should probably hold the rope, and you should probably be on backup to go down with them if you need to, since you're the climber.
Okay.
So, how long is the rope you're using?
I am absolutely flabbergasted.
So if you're our viewer and you would like to have a really high strength character as a guest one day, this is your chance.
Oh, we only have 50-foot
Like,
rope.
if someone has 50-foot rope, no, well, I have an additional 25 feet. So,
I have 21 feet rope.
If we could add that to somebody else's 50. Do we
have
not have
21.
50 feet? Anyone? Huh?
You know what?
Does someone
I'm just
have
gonna
a
start
thing of 50
climbing
feet?
down.
I'm pretty sure, considering most packs have 50 feet of rope, it's like
25, right? Or is it 50?
You move at your
50.
climb speed, so that's 30 feet per turn, right?
no,
Yeah, so I'm going
it's
to
50 because
come
I had to
down.
cut my rope in half. It's like
Yeah, I'm going to.
Oh, I have
slowly-
46 feet then.
Slowly climb down using my dark vision,
Okay.
which is 60 foot.
So you have a climb speed. Once you actually start down and move about 10 feet down, you immediately see the bottom. Comes to just like a sharp kind of V, like the stone split and pulled away. But yeah, it basically just narrows down into like a shape.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of side climb towards. I guess both sides are actually open. It's a chasm. Just kind of gonna go to a side and see if I can see like any tunnel or anything like that.
Go ahead and make me
that
a
makes
perception check.
Sure. 15. Yes.
You can see like the chasm and like where the room split goes like maybe another 20 feet in either direction, and just comes to another tapered end.
Okay, I climb back up. No, that's a no-go. Actually, I don't climb back up. I just shout that, and then I kind of move to the other side and climb up to the other side.
Okay, so you're climbing up on the other end of the room where like the cobwebs and the fake writing is.
Yeah, and I draw my bow.
Okay.
So I guess the first thing I'm gonna do is just a general perception check. Make sure there's no like enemies. or
I'm
anything
going
like
to
that.
check the ceiling.
That too.
Yeah, go ahead and make me perception checks for everything you're checking.
9, 12.
I go
10.
ahead and see if Watcher will fly to the supposed dead ends and double check them.
Okay, make me a perception check for her Watcher too.
19.
Okay, so Fairdeer, you see your party across the way. Watcher flies down about 20 feet, sees no real offshoots or tunnels that have been worked into stone. There's a few crevices that he pokes his nose into, but they don't go very deep. Grigham, you look at the ceiling, and there's about a 20-foot wide gap in part of it where the room's separated, but that's about it.
Okay, so no freaking spider queen.
Okay, I think that I'm
Still
going.
is worrying because I'm like wondering why the hell are there giant spider webs everywhere?
It's old.
Well, they're not giant spider webs, but there's lots and lots of
Okay,
spider
okay, okay.
webs.
So it's just one, like a bunch of small spiders had too much time on their hands, and not just one giant spider decided, home.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna do a further investigation on the scratches. Yeah, I guess it would be investigation to try to see like what would have caused them, type of thing, right?
Go ahead and roll it.
Oof. 4.
I mean,
They're scratches.
there's scratches. They're in the wall. It had to be something hard, but you don't get a feel for like what tool was used or anything like that. They don't go very deep either. It's basically just like it's like what you were doing with your dagger before you stopped doing that.
So this is probably going to be some sort of sharp instrument. It wouldn't be just like fingernails.
No, it's a little too precise for that. Again, you don't get like a good feel for what was used, but it looks fairly precise.
Okay.
I still see him, so you might need to reload.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll see everyone.
What's going on?
And Meryl lost you.
Oh, I don't see Meryl. He's frozen.
He says you're frozen, so you probably need to reload.
Okay, it looks like he's reloading. If he doesn't come back, I'll reload. I see Meryl.
Okay.
I hear Meryl.
I see everybody except for Ruby.
Now everyone but Ruby. Or Demage.
What, really? I was like,
Yep.
Demage, sorry.
Can you see or hear Meryl, Mage?
Keep going.
no, actually, I don't see Meryl at all.
Yeah. Mage, why don't you reconnect?
I have to reconnect when they're the one.
Okay, you guys keep going. I'll just reconnect until I get it working. I didn't mean to interrupt the scene.
Okay.
No, Meryl's still down.
I see everyone, but
Meryl is still down. I was like,
yay, technical. Anything?
I see Meryl again.
I don't. I was like,
I don't.
All right. Well,
I see, the GM and Ziz.
Break time?
Yeah, let's go ahead and take our 15-minute break while we get this technical stuff sorted out. Everyone who's been watching, thank you so much for checking in with us. I hope you've been enjoying the game and everyone actively trying to puzzle stuff out. Again, thank you to Sirenscape for the background music. We will have our players actually able to hear it next week as well. We will be back shortly, so y'all don't have to watch us flipping on and off on the screen. Back in a bit. Okay, hi everyone. I am terribly sorry about that extra long break. Let me just go ahead and pause the music real quick because we're not going to be continuing today. We're having a series of technical issues. Basically, some players are not able to see or hear other players, and I'm not able to see or hear some players either. We've spent about 20 minutes, 30 minutes now doing reloads, reconnecting, and trying to make it so we can see each other, and it just is not happening. So we're going to go ahead and call the game at this point for today. We will pick up with episode 4, Battle and Coin Keep Part 2, next week. And we may be on Roll20. We may be on a different system with a different look depending on stuff. The Twitter account will keep everyone apprised of any major changes. I'd really like to thank Sirenscape for giving us this really good music player. I'm sorry the players can't hear it. I'm glad you guys are at least able to hear the creepy background music that I put together for Coin Keep. That I really feel sells the whole this is a really messed up place to be for a long period of time. Hope y'all have a great week, and just take care, and we will keep you apprised of what's going on. Keep an eye on our Twitter. I'm going to be announcing a couple additional shows, me help doing GM and game prep on Mondays, and just a general me and some of my friends playing video games like Warframe, Monster Hunter, and other games during other points during the week. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on the Twitch stream, and we will definitely be back. Have a nice day. Thank you. Enjoy the last day of the month. Bye.